Hi everyone, welcome to DTD The Week. My name is Devin Blight, and today we are playing a game called After Hours. So, this game is a FNAF fan game featuring Sun and Moon from FNAF Security Breach. In case you don't know that, why are you watching this? Actually, why are you watching this? That doesn't make any sense. But if you do know what that is, they're these two animatronic characters that are basically like the same character, but they're not. They like share a body or whatever. So from my understanding of this game, it's like a dating simulator. So if that's not your cup of tea per se, this might not be the video for you. But if it is, then just jump on in with me. So without further ado, let's just dive into the new game. Sorry, I had to switch the whole thing to windowed because like the mouse thing wasn't showing up for some reason. All right, let's just continue on with the game. I don't know, probably a week ago.
Very funny.
It wasn't a joke.
Just get up and get started.
No.
I'll keep quiet if you just do your job, alright?
Never! Yeah, sure.
Alright, get to it.
You don't get to tell me what to do. Vanessa walks off as I stand up and stretch, feeling my joints pop when I raise my arms above my head. Expecting not to waste any more time, I pick up my toolbox and phone before heading through the massive doors leading into the daycare. The daycare's bright lights and rainbow colors practically blinding compared to the rest of the pizzaplex. Ooh, fun, scripted words. Or maybe I just haven't fully woken up yet. Time to get this over with. I open up a panel behind the desk and cringe at the massive wires in the wall. As much as I wish I could, I can't rush through this. I have to deal with each generator one at a time. Whatever. If it means I get to go to sleep sooner, I'll do it. Click the end of each cable in the correct order to proceed. What? Do I drag it? Wait, how do I... Hold on, wait 1 second. Hold on, how do I play this game? How do I play this game? Okay, hold on, let me think. Oh wait, I just had to click harder. Makes more sense. Alright, then the next chord over... Hold on 1 second. Oh wait, that's gotta be it. Oh. I can just randomly click them, I guess? Oh. Look at that. I got it. Standing back up, I stretch again, palms on my back as I let out a tired sigh. That is until I hear the faint sound of what I think is gears and other mechanical bits turning, followed by something landing in the ball pit near the back. I'm pretty sure it's just the daycare attendant. After all, they should be the only other thing here, and the small stage leading into their room is directly above the ball pit. Not that I know a lot about them. The staff hasn't said much. And since I'm still new here, I haven't even met them yet, nor have I met the other animatronics like the Glamrocks or DJ. Most of the robots I've gotten acquainted with have been staff bots all over the building. Start to walk into the ball pit, scanning it for signs of movement as I stand on the edge. That is until...
Hello! Hey there, friend. Oh, I don't remember seeing you around. Are you new here?
Yes, I am. Something or someone jumped up in front of me. I'm suddenly lifted up off the ground. Before I can even answer, I notice his eyes turn a light blue color, scanning me. I'm stunned into silence, staring at the robot in front of me as if he stepped out of the ball pit, which he did. I didn't read that correctly. Holding me from underneath my arms as if I weigh nothing. Yeah, or can you put me down first? Let's be nice. Yeah?
Oh, that's so fun. It's not every day I see a new member of staff here. It's pretty empty when all the kids go home, you know.
I can believe it. I'll definitely have to get used to how energetic this guy seems. He finally sets me back down, making sure I'm able to stand on both feet before letting go. Thanks. And yeah, I'm new here. Just finished up my first week, actually.
Oh, and how's that been? Good, I hope.
It's been okay. Yeah, it's gone pretty smoothly so far. I start walking back to the desk, but the tall robot decides to follow me.
By the way, could you tell me your name?
No.
My name's Sun, but people come up with all sorts of nicknames like Sunny, Sunray, Sundew. Some of the kids even call me Sundrop, like the candy.
Oh. Not gonna lie, I thought your name was Sundrop until now.
Oh, that's fine. A lot of people do that. And the name kinda stuck over time, which is fine by me.
Cool. My preferred name is Devin, by the
Well,
way.
it's great to meet you.
You didn't say my name.
Say my name.
I can't help but smile a little bit. I'm smiling right now. Can you tell? But duty calls, so I make my way to one of the computers on the desk. I can faintly see his face reflected on screen as he watches what I'm doing.
What you need the light off for?
I have to test all the generators in here to make sure they're working. Whoever messed with them last time left them a mess, so I have to make sure to do it one at a time. Considering how wordy he's been so far, such a short answer tells me something's up. Then again, I just met the guy. I could be overanalyzing. Something wrong? Something wrong?
No, just noticed how tired you look. That's all.
Haha.
I'll be right back. Gonna get something for you.
I'm suspicious. Well, what? Why?
Just something to help carry you through the night. Judging by how many wires and generators you have to deal with, I have a feeling you might be here for a while.
Fair enough. Sun smiles before walking off somewhere. I put in the command to turn off the power in the daycare. The music once playing from the speakers on the ceiling comes to a halt, silence blanketing over the massive daycare as the computer screens become my only light source. Removing my flashlight from my belt, I turn it on as I make my way towards the play structures, since that's where the generators are located for some reason. It's eerily quiet as I try finding the structures with the first generator. The lack of true ambiance forces my footsteps to echo. Ambience, who cares? Glowing red light from one of the generators enters my sight, so I continue on. Somewhere above me I hear gears turning. I shine my flashlight towards the ceiling, only to see nothing there. Sun? Sun? I flinch at the noise, frantically shining my light to see what's there. That didn't sound like Sun. Ah! Oh no, it's anime boyfriend Moon. Ah! I drop my flashlight, and I'm sitting on the ground after stumbling back from being startled. In front of me is the robot I've seen on the Moondrop posters, giggling hysterically. He seems pretty proud of himself. I sigh, pick up my flashlight, and get back up to continue what I was doing. Well, if I wasn't awake before, I definitely am now. Finally stops laughing after I say that. He makes a noise that sounds like he's clearing his throat before he starts to follow me.
Sorry for the scare. I couldn't help myself.
Sure, buddy. Yeah, sure. I take the first path into the play structure I see, hoping to find the first generator sooner rather than later.
You're going the wrong way.
I am? Am I? I turn around and he has his arms crossed as he leans against the structure.
Yeah, I could lead you to the generator, if that would make you feel better.
I don't trust you, you know? I think about it for a second. If this guy's anything like Sun, hopefully he actually means what he says. Fine. I crawl out of the structure, and he starts leading me to a different path. He clearly knows his way around, since we find the generator rather easily.
There you go.
He sits beside me as I go to turn it on, his glowing red eyes watching me as I do my job. Maybe it's just me, but don't you think those red eyes are kind of intimidating for a daycare attendant?
Yes, I've been told that before. It was a bug that made them look like this. But that's been resolved. The red eyes stuck, but they're not hurting anyone.
Okay, by the way, when do I start dating you? Fair enough. The red does look kind of cool with the blue and white.
Why, thank you.
I roll my eyes, a faint smile on my face. Now that I think about it, I never told you my name, did
I
I?
already know.
You didn't say my name.
Say my name.
Oh, did Sun tell you?
In a way, we're technically the same.
Uh-huh. What does that mean? What does that mean?
We are the same body. I mean, Sunny can still see and hear everything that's going on as we speak.
Ah, yes, that's right. Huh, so he was in on the prank too?
Nope. He's still lecturing me for it.
Uh-huh. Serves you right.
I was just messing with you. But if you want, I won't do it again. For now.
Ooh. Don't. Moon laughs a bit, leaning back against the wall of the structure.
I do think you should continue with that job of yours, though.
I will say, I do like how Moon has designed this game. It's really cool. Right on it. Focusing back on the generator, I flip the switch and watch as the red light on the device turns green. Well, looks like that works. I flip it again before making my way out of the structure, and I hear Moon following close behind. Standing up straight, I attach my flashlight to my belt before stretching my arms above my head. I sigh, arms dropping back to my sides as I go to turn the lights on from the desk. I hear the lights turn back on, and the music of the daycare starts playing as I turn around and flinch at the sight of Sun already there, smiling brightly.
Hello again!
Hey, so you two just switch out whenever you need to?
Nope, it depends on whether the lights are on or not. I'm in charge when the lights are on, and Moody's in charge when they're off.
Makes sense.
I still don't like that he decided to scare you, though.
Weirdly enough, the sight of him irritated with his arms crossed is weirdly endearing. Makes me want to date him all of a sudden. Hey, don't worry about that, I'm over it. Sun just pouts, turns his head away from me, and I smile at the sight. Why do they keep the generators in here anyway? Don't you think it would be kind of dangerous to keep the generators in the place kids would be playing in?
Oh, well, that's just a temporary thing. They've kind of been out of commission, so thankfully they couldn't hurt anyone anyway.
Okay. And when exactly are these things getting moved? Sun looks like he's about to respond, but goes silent for a minute. I can literally hear the gears turning in his head. Ha, funny. He just shrugs. Well, isn't that reassuring? I turn back to the desk so I can keep track of my progress. On it is a short checklist to keep track of how each generator is working. I start looking for a pen when Sun sticks his hand in front of my face, holding one with a cute little dinosaur on the cap.
Here you go.
Aw, thank you, buddy. I smile at the gesture, taking the pen so I can mark my progress. Thanks. Alright, here we go again. I go back to the cables, sighing at the tangled mess I still have to deal with. Alright, now that I know how these work, following the cables around, this one, technically I can brute force it. It's a very small game, but I feel almost dirty doing that, you know? And at the end of the day, it's not like super difficult. I stand up and take a look at my work. Time to do it all again, I guess. As I go to turn the lights off again, I hear music blasting from elsewhere, which is weird since the radio was off when the Pizzaplex is closed for the night. Any idea what that music is?
That's the DJ. Oh, he makes his own music, so it's out of the ordinary to hear it during the night when everyone's gone home.
Oh, that's cool.
I'd love to be friends with him, but I'm too busy to leave this place most of the time.
That's reasonable. Really?
Yep.
When was the last time you've left this place?
Okay, well, Technically, I've never left.
Oh, really?
But every hour when the power gets rerouted, Mooney goes on patrol around the Pizzaplex to make sure we don't get any intruders.
Well, that's good.
He says the DJ makes for good company.
Alright. I rub my eyes, feeling my lack of sleep catching up to me again. The stress of a new job is really taking a toll on my sleep schedule, I think. Why do they need Moon to patrol the place? Isn't that what the staff bots are
The
for?
staff bots help alert Moon to anything or anyone that shouldn't be there.
Uh-huh. I let out a yawn as I go back to the computer. That's cool. Switching lights off, the daycare once again descends into mostly silence. I hear gears whirling behind me as Moon hums slightly.
Still tired.
Say my name. Oh boy, what gave that away?
You look like you're doing the best out.
I am exhausted, haven't slept in about a week. Is that normal? I wish I could. I hear Moon step away for a minute. Yawning again, I take my flashlight off my belt as I start to approach the place structures, stopping once I'm a few feet away from the desk. I wait for Moon to come back since I have a feeling I'll get lost if he doesn't help me with finding the other generators. Hearing the sound of gears whirling above me, I point my flashlight towards the ceiling. He's easier to find this time, probably because he's not trying to startle me again. He lowers himself to the floor, a long cable hooked onto his back from the ceiling. So that's how he flies around the place. There you are.
Here, take this.
He holds out an already opened soda can for me to take. A grape-flavored fizzy Faz, to be specific. Ooh, Faz drinks. Ah, thanks.
No problem. Sonny meant to get it for you earlier, but I had something different in mind.
What's that supposed to mean? He has a smug grin on his face. Yeah, you decided to scare me half to death. Oh yeah, that's why. I roll my eyes as they take a long sip of the carbonated heart attack in a can.
Come on, live a little.
Checking the watch on my other hand, I see that it's already nearing 1 in the morning. For the hour I spent awake, I've gotten surprisingly little done. Great. You want to help out with the other generators or what? Moon's expression didn't change. He just stares at me for a moment before speaking.
You look exhausted.
I am exhausted.
Shouldn't you take a break then?
I take another sip of soda, raising an eyebrow. And do what?
Well, I have my hourly patrol to take care of. You could always tag along.
Ah, here's when we start dating him. You know what? Sure. Just as long as Vanessa doesn't see me, I guess. Moon's smile grows ever so slightly at my statement, but it seems like more of a genuine smile than his gremlin look from earlier.
I doubt that'll happen. The Pizzaplex is a big place, so the chances of her running into us are rather small.
Well, that's good. I know, but still.
Trust me, it won't happen. Besides, you need to take it easy for a while. You look like you're ready to pass out.
I'd love to if I didn't have a job to do. The cable's still attached to his back. Moon hovers ever so slightly above the ground before approaching me.
Right now, you don't.
Without another word, Moon wraps his arms around my torso before the cable lifts him up at least 40 feet above the ground. Holy! Panicked, I cling onto him as I stare at the ground far beneath us. Moon doesn't seem to react, simply navigating through the air, carrying me with him.
Don't worry, I won't drop you.
Oh, that's reassuring. You better not! Moon clearly knows this place like the back of his hand because it only takes a few minutes for us to reach the atrium, with the giant holograms of the Glamrock still active despite the Pizzaplex being closed for the night. We pass over a few security bots who pay us no mind. Occasionally, one will look up at us and then continue on with the same blank expression as every other bot. Eventually, I get used to being so high off the ground. Moon says nothing as he scans the area for intruders, thankfully seeing nothing out of the ordinary. Moon lands on the railing on the 3rd floor of the atrium, likely about to change directions and head somewhere else. That is, until an alarm starts blaring on one of his speakers, and he suddenly turns to look in a different direction. Hopping off the railing, Moon sets me down for hovering off the ground again.
Stay here. One of the staff bots alerted me to an intruder.
Oh no. Before I can get another word in, Moon leaves, pushing off the railing to give himself a boost as he flies off. Sighing, I look up when I see another staff bot looking at me, seemingly confused. Just guessing by the way it stopped and tilts its head when it sees me. It's hard to tell what these guys are thinking when they basically can't emote. You'll tell me if Vanessa's nearby, right? The bot stares. I stare back. I nod in understanding before going to sit in one of the booths near El Chips. I stare at the menu on the other side of the restaurant. I remember something important. I haven't eaten anything since what? This morning? Maybe that's also why I feel so out of it. If only I can inhale the picture of the food on the wall. I try the next best thing and search behind the counter for basically anything that's edible. I find an unopened bag of nachos. Good enough. I head back to the booth, opening the bag of chips and eating my makeshift lunch. Peering back into the atrium, the bot isn't there anymore. From where I'm sitting, it looks like the number of staff bots around has seemingly been pretty sparse in general. Maybe they're gone to wherever Moon is. Not that I know where he went, anyway. I don't think much of it, simply continuing to fuel up on chips while listening to the droning ambience of the many bright lights at the atrium. I can feel my ears ringing from the silence. That and the sound of me eating the chips alone becomes deafeningly loud. Maybe I somehow got used to daycare's non-stop music loop already. Feels strangely empty in here without it. Of ambiance is almost unbearable. Standing up, I go to throw away the now empty chip bag, one hand on my head as my vision goes blurry for a moment, as if I stood up too fast. Walking back to the railing, I lean against it, looking down and squeeze my eyes shut as I try to quell this nauseating feeling. When I open them again, my vision is still fading in and out. And is it just me, or does my vision seem weirdly red? Stumbling around, I look around for one of the staff bots for help, disoriented by whatever is happening to me. But instead of a staff bot... Oh no, it's Vanny! What I vaguely see approaching me from the right is a gray humanoid silhouette and two bright red eyes fixated on me. Intruder. Startled, I make a run for the stairs, hoping to find a staff bot somewhere nearby. My vision still hasn't fixed itself. In fact, it's gotten worse, as I misstep and tumble down the first short flight of stairs. I force myself back up, using the railing for support before something grabs me behind the back of my shirt. Fight back or hold on to the railing. Hold on to the railing. I don't let go of the railing as I look behind me, now more clearly seeing the face of a gray rabbit, costume with bright red eyes and a gaping black grin. What are you? I can't even hear my own voice. The ringing drowns it out completely as whoever it is successfully drags me from the railing and back up the stairs as I try to grab at anything I can. Reduced to a rag doll, it gets harder and harder for me to try and escape as I'm dragged back into El Chips. I helplessly try to fight and grab at the tile floor to no avail. The ringing is overpowered by the sound of my own heart pounding in my head at this point. We're nearing the kitchen at the back of the small restaurant, blocked off by a metal door. I'm running out of time. I try kicking my attacker, but they seem unfazed, using just one arm to drag me back. The other hand wields a large kitchen knife. They're going to kill me. They're going to drag me into the kitchen and kill me. Where's Vanessa? Does she know what's happening? Would she be able to find us? Would I be dead and buried before anyone even knew I was gone? Oh, I'm just barely able to cling onto the corner of the counter, trying to buy whatever time I can. Call for help. I try calling for someone, anyone to help me, unsure if I can even be heard as my grip on the counter starts to slip. Call for a staff bot. My attacker has both hands on the back of my shirt, is pulling hard. One of my hands slipped from the counter. I can't hang on much longer. I'm going to die. Call for Moon. Moon? My hand slips from the counter. I'm dragged back. I'm practically clawing at the floor. Costume stranger yanks me back before pushing open the doors to the kitchen and throwing me in. There's no lights on in here, so I'm almost completely drowned in darkness as I land on the cold tile floor, save for the small beam of light coming from beyond the door. Looking behind me, I see that bit of light start slipping away as the attacker's silhouette starts to merge with the darkness, their red eyes being the only thing I see. And probably the last thing I'll see. The beam of light from beyond the door floods back into the room, and the gray rabbit is nowhere to be seen. My vision finally starts to clear up as I look towards whatever landed nearby. A different pair of red eyes look back at me and lunges in my direction. I scurry backward, panicked, until two familiar robotic arms grab me, pulling me back out of the kitchen and into the atrium. I can finally see clearly, and the ringing noise is completely replaced by my beating heartbeat. I stare out into nothing, even as I am carried into the air. Flying back into the atrium to the daycare, Moon's grip on me is so strong that he's on the verge of crushing my spine. He finally starts to slow down as we pass over the daycare wall, the once eerie silence hanging over us. He makes a smooth landing on the floor, the cable on his back unhooking and retreating back to the ceiling as I'm placed on the ground. He doesn't let go, though. It almost feels like his arms are shaking, or maybe that's just me. I can't see his face. He's slouched in a way where my head is almost resting on his shoulder and is staring at the floor. His arms finally loosen, as if he just let out a sigh of relief before letting me go. I myself can't find words for what just happened. Whenever I open my mouth to speak, my mind completely blanks. Instead, I drop to the floor. My flight or fight instincts is still kicking in, and my hands are shaking uncontrollably. Moon's expression darkens slightly. Does he want to say something? His faceplate turns slightly, and he walks over to something on the floor a few yards away. He silently picks it up and returns it to me. My flashlight. I'm pretty sure I can hear his fans revving up, and it looks like he's in deep thought. He sits down in front of me, resting his faceplate on the palm of his face.
Did she hurt you at all?
No, Daddy Moon, she didn't. Sorry about that. I fidget with the flashlight a bit. Battery's dead. Almost.
I'm sorry for not being there sooner.
You're fine. It's fine.
You could have died.
Well, I didn't. You still showed up pretty quickly, so that didn't happen.
Barely.
Why do you care so much anyway? I basically just got here and, well, you barely know me.
This is my job. I don't just look after the kids. Everyone that steps into the building is my responsibility.
Makes sense.
And that includes you.
Moon suddenly gets back up and walks over to the massive doors by the desk. Where are you going?
Locking this place up. Whoever attacked you is still in the building. I can't leave you alone here to go deal with it.
Okay.
Bringing you with me is too risky.
You're right. I watch as Moon move various objects in front of the door, from desk chairs to smaller play structures, basically anything decently heavy enough to barricade the door. Can't you just lock it?
Already did. But I'm not taking any chances.
A man of smarts. Eventually, I'm able to stand up again and go over to the charging dock by the desk to recharge my flashlight. He calls my name. Yeah?
I'm guessing you'd rather get out of your suit than later, right?
Yeah. Not in a rush to leave by myself, really. I live alone, so...
Oh. Still, you can't stay here forever. Well, if you want to get going with the generators, just say the word.
Okay. Right. I remove my flashlight from the charging dock, and sure enough, it works. I turn it on and point it back at structures. Shall we? Moon nods, and we waste no time finding the next generator. Thankfully, it works just fine now. With that over with, we go back to the desk to turn the lights back on. Speaking of, I wonder how Sun's taking all this. Moon did say they can both see and hear everything that's happening, even if they're not the one piloting the robotic body. I catch a glimpse of the time as I turn the lights back on. 2 a.m. The daycare is slowly lit up, and as usual, the music comes back on. Even with the cheerful music, the mood remains heavy as ever. However, I'm giving no time to think about that as I'm spun back around by a very worried son, frantically checking me for any injuries.
Oh my gosh, are you sure you're okay? You poor thing, you must have been so scared. Oh, I'm sorry we weren't there sooner. If only we knew, we would have...
Don't worry, I'm okay. Son, don't worry about it, I'm okay. Son still looks guilty. He continues to check over my arms and torso to see if I'm hurt. But at least he isn't pulling me around like a rag doll anymore.
I have to worry. Keeping everyone safe here is my job. If I can't protect one person, then...
Son is visibly distraught. His rays are practically drooping. Seems that didn't help. Call him with words, call him with a hug, continue with your jog. Okay, listen. We'll calm him with a hug because we're trying to date these people, right? That's the whole point, correct? So, if we want to calm him down, we've got to hug him. We have to touch him. It's a bit of a reach considering how tall he is compared to me, even when kneeling. But I managed to wrap my arms around Son's torso, hoping that will calm him down. Son doesn't say anything, but instead hugs me back, his internal fans getting much louder. He has one arm around my torso and one hand softly holding the back of my head. It's a gentle hug. It feels safe. We say nothing for a few minutes. I was just trying to calm him down, but honestly, this hug is a huge comfort for me as well. No wonder they're trusted with kids. Even as an adult, I feel an odd sense of security around them. Considering what just happened, it feels nice. Question?
Huh?
What was Moon alerted to, anyway?
Oh, a little boy snuck in to see Freddy again.
Gregory! He seems irritated when he says that. Again?
Yeah, this isn't the first time the little rule breaker snuck in here.
Something tells me that security isn't as strict as you would think, though, if a kid managed to sneak in more than once. But if he just wanted to see Freddy, then I don't really see the problem with it. It's not like the kid's hurting anyone, and I doubt Freddy's going to let him get into trouble. He seems almost playfully bitter. What did this kid even do? Maybe I should ask later, though. I have to keep going with the generators. I don't get very far, though, before I'm suddenly picked up by Son. What the? Where are we going? Son manages to carry me with one arm, using the other one to move various other objects in front of the master door.
Making sure no one's getting in here.
Can't you just put me down, though?
No! After all that, there's no way I can leave you on your own now. What if that person finds you here and we're not around?
I'll be fine. Son, we're in the same room. If that person somehow got in here, I'm pretty sure you'd notice. Looking up at Son's face, I noticed the long cable lower from the ceiling and hook onto Son's
You
back.
heard Moon. We're not taking any chances.
Okay. We suddenly jerk upward, and I'm lifted into the air alongside Son, albeit much faster and more recklessly than Moon. Hey, at least let me call Vanessa first. I don't even think she knows about that freak, since the staff boss didn't even react at all.
Gosh, you're right. Okay, but we're making it quick.
Sure thing. Son suddenly starts changing directions in the air as we start heading back towards the desk. However, I think Son tried dropping from this height way too early, as we basically start free-falling towards the ball pit. Oh, crap! Grab onto Son. I am just barely able to grab onto Son before gravity takes me. We're both tangled in the cord, though. Once again, we're stunned with silence. Just when I thought things were calming down, I feel my heart going a mile a minute from adrenaline, and Son's internal fans are on full blast. I cling on to Son for dear life as we're slowly lowered into the ball pit. Clutching my chest with one hand over my racing heart, I'm able to get out of the tangled mess pretty easily. Son is clearly having a harder time, though, just crashed in the tangled cable. Son, chill out. Let me get you out of there.
No thanks. I'm fine. I can get out myself.
Oh my gosh, this guy. I sigh, standing in silence for about a minute as Son fails to get himself out. Son finally stops, his faceplate drooping in defeat. Do you want my help now? Alright then, hold on for a second. Getting him out of the cable isn't hard. Once I'm done, I unhook the cable from his back and let it retreat back into the ceiling. I give Sun a minute before I decide to speak again. Want to get out of the ball pit now?
Yeah.
I can't tell if he's upset or embarrassed at what just happened as we exit the ball pit and make the way back to the desk.
That's kind of why I don't use the cable, funnily enough. I usually just leave it to Moon.
Uh-huh. Oh, really? Actually, I kind of get it now. Not to diss you or anything, but Moon seems to know what he was doing, actually.
Yep, he has a lot more time to practice because of patrols. Plus being active whenever the kids are sleeping.
Uh-huh. So he doesn't go free-falling and end up tangled in the cords?
Well, no. But I could do it just as well.
Alright, so actually we are going to stop right here. We're going to continue this later today. Hopefully, if everything works out, I'll try to get part 2 out today. No promises though. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to look out for the next episode. I hope you guys like this new format. I'm kind of experimenting here. This is my first time ever doing something like this, per se. So hopefully I did a good job. If you guys like it, be sure to comment down below and let me know. But yeah, part 2, hopefully later today. I will see you all later today. So yeah, never know.